what's it called? Super cool overlay music, like dramatized, or like motivational quotes over the top as well.
Excited for today?
That's the roundabout.
Very excited,
Turn right
actually.
onto Broomside Lane.
What's your thoughts now before the pod? Anything that's top of your head, top of your mind?
I mean, I do know him in anyway, but to be able to pick his brains for our clientele point of view is probably going to be the one, because as much as like he's heavily into his mindset guy and helping people out, he did used to be a personal trainer years ago, and all of that combined with what like he does now, to be able to like showcase it to our clients and obviously to our listeners as well, I think it'll be epic.
Yes, you can try and pick his mindset on a few things that we already get questions on, basically, as well.
Yes, because actually when me and Sarah were talking yesterday, it's mad because like no matter how much we tell clients, like say count the calories, do the steps, whatever
Continue
else,
straight on.
if they hear it from a person who's got more authoritative a figure, they actually listen more. It's like we've had people in the past where it's like for years, actually coaching them for years, telling them about calorie steps, blah, 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 blah. And then one footballer who they follow
turn right
tells them
the
all about
A690.
calories, exactly the same story, but then they take heed of that.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely mental, like how 50,000 followers or whatever, 1 million followers, will sway you, even though to a person, like for us, for example, for who's in the fucking weeds of it all, who are doing this on a daily basis, but they'd rather listen to somebody who's got a higher following.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it takes that, like you say, just someone who you're not familiar with again.
Yeah.
Maybe someone you look up to in some way, whether it is they have got a bit of status, like they're a footballer or they're famous, so they must have a bit of value to them.
Well, take James Smith, for example.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we see exactly the same messages he does,
Turn right.
and people will share James Smith stuff over sharing our stuff.
Yeah.
Do you get us?
Yeah.
And it's mad, and it's like, it's not, at the end of the day, you're helping his empire build where we're, say, a small business, and it's like, we're still saying the same message. Maybe we're not as articulate as they are, and that's why they are so good at what they do.
It's all reps, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is
all reps.
It is all reps, and it's just one of them funny things of like,
turn right onto the A690.
status does sell in a way, even if it is exactly the same message.
Paul talks about that in his book, actually. It's like a paradox where if you're in a negative state, he talks about the mindset side, if you're in a negative state of mind, you're more likely for that to get worse, because it's like you're reaffirming the story that you tell yourself when worse things are happening. Whereas when you're in a positive mindset, things start happening and you start winning and you just start getting momentum. It's the idea that you either win and you keep winning, or you lose and you keep losing. That's what I got out of it anyway.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good one. Pick his
Yeah,
brain
I
out,
like
right?
that section actually. Yeah, I really did. So what was your big takeaways from the book?
From the book?
Yeah.
Some good stuff in there. Obviously it was more mindset-y, which we were talking about. A big thing was, I like the wolf pack bit where he was talking about finding your tribe and stuff like that. I think that's really important.
I've kept that question in for you.
Yeah, like finding the right people to be around and the right environment is massive. Another one was, I think what's really powerful for a lot of people is realising the story they tell themselves is often false.
Yeah.
And that chapter was just like, listen to that, I was like, yeah. Like I was nodding my head for like 10 to 20 minutes listening to that. It's a really good one. Got loads of practical tips for a lot of people as well. I think the exercises, I like the fact that in the book it's exercises, because it's very much like, do you know when you just read a book and it's done?
Yeah.
That's very much like boom, 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 like you can take stuff away from it practically, which I really liked as well.
I've highlighted some of the things to ask the
Have you?
clients.
Yeah. I think it's really good the way he's done it. And obviously one of the things I was going to ask him was that kind of paradox between like working hard but also that balance, which is a big thing that I want to know. I was going to ask Chris that if he let us, if he picked me. But I think that's like one of the biggest questions that no one has an answer for.
Right.
Like, how do you work hard but also like have balance? Does it exist? Again, it's like, is the balance at the start?
You book. I feel as though you book in. Let's go.
Spin it.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I feel as though you have to book in your time. So like obviously what Paul Mort does, if you actually look at his life, so he has so obviously he has a thriving business, obviously book launches, all the rest of it, speaking gigs, but every single weekend you'll see him at a football match. Every other weekend you'll see him at a boxing match as well. You'll see him at all of his kids' games as well. So he's actually built his life of where those 4 days, Monday to Thursday, are absolutely flat out, but still he finishes 4 in the afternoon, but everything is so structured that he can do it, and he books his holidays in advance as well. So it's like one of the things I'm trying to do this quarter is to make sure my holidays are booked for the year.
So is that systems basically what allows him to do that?
Systems, scheduling, calendar, and it's like he knows like his major things, and then his team will task him stuff, but only if it can fit the calendar, and that's it. And then it's obviously priorities over those calendars, and it's the same with, say, let's say for you, for an example, you've booked a week off work. Have you booked what you're going to do in that week? You have, good man. And now not just that, now you know you can have holidays. But probably for you in this way, it's like, well, what are you working towards now? I think that's what you've got to ask yourself. What are you working towards now? And then like, well, what do you want out of it? It's like, it might not be a holiday, but then it's like, okay, well, if those are the things, let's just book me fucking year out. If you want to do 5 seminars this year somewhere, then book those fucking seminars now.
Yeah.
Not fucking just gone through.
So it's non-negotiable. Is that
Because if it's in your calendar, so in my back room, not like where we always sit in there, but there's like a little washroom in there, where there's a whiteboard in there, but there's a calendar on the wall, and it's got every gym event, all the kids' holidays, all of our holidays, all of the seminars that I'm going to, already there on the wall. And then it's like, that's what I have to do.
I like that, because if you book it ahead of time, it's a non-negotiable. So it makes that you have to do it.
100%. They fucking spent money on shite cars. There was some free beers as well.
Use the broken chairs.
Hello, no.
The chairs out.
Ross is not that far.
Who the fuck is Paul Mort?
Paul Mort was a dad, husband, serial business owner. There you go.
That it?
There you go. Dad, business owner, husband, and I do a load of other shit as well. It's such a weird thing. We were saying at the weekend, I was competing jiu-jitsu at the weekend, and my friend Andy said, Paul, because he's like, you shouldn't say it, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. I stumbled into it, like I fell into what I'm doing right now. But it's fucking mental when you think about it. And he does drop some. He has some great quotes, and one of them was something like, "Show me your bank balance and your calendar, and I'll show you something else, your habits or something." And it was basically like, if you don't, there's a saying that's called cash flow follows calendar. Do you?
Like because
do you like stacking the numbers up?
I stack. Obviously, have a stack, James. Atomic Habits. Like all of his stuff. Like I love stacking it with other things.
Yes.
And it's like, oh wait, what else can I add to that one? What can I add to that one? And I do, and I like.